Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It's not time to fish, it's time to play NieR.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been fishing for years.
Oh, God. The only time I remember ever fishing was, like, at our family reunion, but that was... God, that was a long time ago. I keep trying to fish, but I'm like, I want to look at the body. But I'm, like, right next to a body of water.
Oh, look at the dead body.
She's freaking out.
I mean, I would be too if I was like that disoriented.
Remove fear functionality. Just remove the ability to have fear. That's cool. Yeah. So at this point, I figured I was like, oh, I see. I can't really do much for them right now because I have to get that chip that lets you search, so I can find 9S.
I mean, the ones we can find, like, hey, like, we found someone, wait here.
Yeah, wait here. But you actually can get tell your pod will actually send up like a report once you have that detection chip, because that's when you can actually find all of them. I think I was just showing that like they're all over the place and they're really well hidden actually. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if I've ever gotten all of them. Like, well, maybe I did at one point. I did play through the game pretty extensively. But I know, like, my first run through I missed some. Second run through I got some more. So, yeah. And then third playthrough, you can't get them. And, yeah. Oh, yeah, there he is in the background. The big Goliath machine. Yeah.
I always find it cool when they do that.
In games? Something you fought is now just there.
Yeah. Or something that, like, was, like, that massive is now, but is no longer alive. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, or if something essentially has been there a long time, where, like, you see this massive, like, gigantic thing.
Like a
but
golem.
Now, like a golem now, it's got, like,
And-
overgrowth on it
And
and stuff.
yeah, and I love the ones where they have overgrowth and then all of a sudden like you do something and it reactivates it and it still works after all this time. I always like that trope too, where it's like it's something ancient that has reawakened. And it's of such old technology that like, wait, was that a body right there? I just passed in the tube?
I don't know,
Maybe
it went by
was.
so fast that I didn't even see it.
Maybe it was. Huh, so yeah, there's one right there.
Because you were booking it, it's like, wait, you gotta do the thing.
Yep. I gotta find my 9S. He's
Gotta have my pops.
He's so sweet. I gotta have my pops. He,
I
like,
don't even think they use that commercial anymore.
yeah, I don't even know what they do. I know, like, Toucan Sam is still just there, and Tony is like more about sports.
Yeah, because like, never mind the fact that this is a sugary cereal.
I mean, it's good energy, you know?
We've got a number of broken down access points on the field. The cause appears to be an EMP attack from a gigantic machine life form. If
So,
you
yeah, we gotta
encounter any
restore
offline
them.
access points, please repair them for us.
Understood.
Yeah, I see why so many people say the spear is a pretty good weapon. It keeps that poke keeps enemies at a distance, especially if they flinch from it, so they can't get close enough to you to hit you.
Yep.
Yeah, like my buddy other Andrew, his favorite weapons in this game were spears and gauntlets. Gauntlets because they have such a fast rate of attack, and thus if you put any type of passive skills attached to them, it builds up super fucking quick, as you can imagine. And plus, you can do so many hits to an enemy. If like you have really high level gauntlets, that's so much damage. Like the faster you combo, the more times you're gonna do that baseline damage. Me, I always like the swords and the spears.
You don't realize, like, I mean, now that she's alone, like, you really get a sense of, like, loneliness to it. Whereas,
Yeah.
like, you always had this buddy with you, and now you're just by yourself.
Yeah, he really added so much to the things he had to say about places, and like to be honest, he doesn't have much to say about places unless she's asked.
Yeah. But still, it's like, you know,
What's up?
Being on mission
I'm
is
looking
better
for
when you
something
have it
called a
paired, you know?
dynamic
Like, at
scanner
least
that can
be like,
detect
hey, you
black
got my back,
box
I got
signals.
We've
yours.
mentioned so many
A
times how
dynamic-
it's so fun to hear them
you
bounce
must
off
mean
each
the one
other
the twins
because
built.
their personalities
I
work
think
so
they're
good
just
for
back
like
from an
being portals
expedition, actually.
for each other.
You should see some red-haired androids over there. Try
Some
talking to
red-hair
them.
androids.
2B.
Oh, man.
Those twins, they... Yes? Actually, never mind.
Another interesting little bit. As I always mention, it's always interesting at what characters do not say.
What do you want? Easy, Devila. There's no need to be so confrontational. And you don't have to trust every idiot that wanders by. I'm sorry about that. Can we help you?
I need a scanner.
I need
Find
a
my
scanner that can detect faint black box signals.
Yeah. I was tinkering with something like that a little while back. Here, if you want it, it's all yours. That chip should help with your search.
You know,
Once
looking
you
at this,
install it,
that's
it
extremely
can
nice of
detect
them just to
black box
give it to
signals,
me.
Quest objects, all manner of
Like,
things.
first time I went through this, I was totally expecting I had to do something for them, like find some
And
materials
if it ever
or
bugs
whatever,
you too
which
much,
is
you can always
nothing, but
pop
at the
it
same
back
time.
out. Let us know if there's anything else you need from us, okay? And don't think this makes us friends. Oh, Devila.
Yeah. When I first met them, I think I was talking to you about like the original Devila and Popula in the original NieR, because they were androids as well before androids were so widespread. But they were a different type of android. It's hard to explain if you don't know the story, but this NieR has taken little elements from the past one and expanded greatly upon them.
Right. In fact, I think when you were running in circles trying to explain, because I don't know who they are.
Yeah, so I was trying to explain as best I could without it spoiling anything, and yeah, it's very interesting because I remember in interviews that Yoko Taro was on the fence about including them in this game.
Mm-hmm.
At first, he was thinking he wouldn't even include them. He's just like, nah. Actually, I do have to commend him at how much there's like. Yeah, I'm showing how you use it. You're like, I gotta find the thing. It's somewhere. It's close. There it is. But yeah, it's amazing how like he's still connected this story, but like obviously because it's so far in the future, like this, you're not gonna see much reoccurring characters except for Emil, because Emil's forever. Oh God, Emil, nothing. Emil will live on
I picked up a
forever.
response on the scanner.
I swear, the whole fucking planet will blow up, and Emil will somehow just fly across the galaxy to another world, and he'll be fine.
That would be an awful thing.
What?
Like the fact that like
You can't die?
you can't die, and not only that, but like the place that you, like the planet you're living on does die.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, here I am in the void.
We've always mentioned how like immortality kind of does isn't all it's perked up to be.
Right. I would want
Oh yeah.
it. Once is enough.
Once is enough. Reincarnation, interesting look at it, but like, yeah, am I gonna be reincarnated as a toilet in the next? I don't know. Having shit thrown down my throat for the rest of my life. God, I'm really having trouble it's weakening. Where is it? Let me get rid of these guys.
There's a stupid right line where he says, one of my problems is I'm reincarnated without having been anything before.
Yeah. Ah, there it is.
This might be useful.
Search target
some
9S
trees
was
down,
caught in
yeah.
a large explosion over the water. Proposal. The search for 9S should commence in
At
the
this point, I was like,
flooded
"Oh, thank you, Pod." I was like, "I don't know." I was too
It's fun.
stupid to
You're
realize.
oddly chatty today.
You're oddly
Affirmative. As a support unit, I am capable of engaging in conversation as necessary.
He's even capable of telling jokes. You just haven't
2B
turned on
should
that
initiate
function.
conversation more frequently.
Proposal denied.
Q. Proposal denied. She's like, "No, you're more chatty, but let's just keep it at this."
I was about to say, like,
Surfing,
oh,
yeah.
he was-
Look at me, I'm like a teenage mutant ninja turtle. Yeah, what?
I was about to say, like, he's like, proposal, like, he was smashed over water. We should search there. I was like, yeah, Yeah, but you don't know. He could be like Team Rocket.
But
Just
you
sent
know,
flying off again.
yeah, but like it's kind of like you search for the last place you saw
Right,
it.
I know. Most logical thing. I'm just making a dumb joke.
I know, because yeah, he probably did fly away. It just like disappeared, like that little anime twinkle in the sky. 9S is blasting off again. Like, can you guys not? I'm busy sweeping the beach with my metal detector. Wow, when all these missiles hit, they do a pretty good amount of damage. Yep.
Man, that's like ancient internet stuff.
That
It's
is
still so funny.
That is like, wait for the flash to load, click play. Don't forget to clean out your cookies. Like, God, old school look. Like, I remember Will recently found like a website that was still modeled after like early 2000s websites, and he's like, guys, look at this. And Michael and I look at it and we're like, whoa. I was like, man, this takes me back. Remember your Geocities? God.
Is that how it's pronounced? I would pronounce it GeoCities.
Yeah, me too at first. I was like GeoCities, but no, it's Geocities apparently. Because when we used that in one of my science classes, that we used a Geocities website for like that stuff. Our teacher's like, it's pronounced Geocities, not GeoCities. I was like, oh, whoops. What happened? I don't remember. Oh, don't worry, we'll make sure the bunker picks you up.
Don't worry.
Get you a blanket and a juice box, you'll be okay.
We'll bring you chips later.
Only barbecue. God, you ever watch Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
I've seen it.
I remember there was one episode where Wilt goes through a whole bunch of bullshit to get Blue some chips, and he gets them and he spits them out, and he's like, I only eat salt and vinegar chips. I'm like, wow, the biggest asshole.
He was pretty much a dick the entire show.
Yeah, he was, and then because that was the episode where Wilt snaps and he's like, he finally learns to say no because he's such a nice guy.
Yeah, I've seen that episode actually.
It was
Because
like,
his thing is like he always says,
yeah.
he's super polite,
It's like,
always
okay.
says yes.
Like, of course it'd be Blue that would be the final straw that breaks the camel's back and makes him scream and rage. No, 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 no.
Because that whole episode, he's like coerced into
He
doing
wants
things
to say no.
He doesn't want to do,
But he
like,
just
break
can't.
guys out of jail.
He just can't. Can't say no to the old lady. He can't say no to Mr. Harriman. He can't say no to the prisoners that are like, hey, let's break out jail. Ah, there we go. There it is. Iron Will. I think I go into the story. Yeah, this sword's blade, dulled by years of idleness, was, as its name implied, a mere iron hunk. Its blood-drenched youth was little more than a series of rusted memories which grated against its pock-marked steel. Yeah. I can't go into detail to spoil it, but let's just say this.
Just look at the picture in the background.
Yeah, this blade has a history. Oh yeah, I guess that's Yuri Lowenthal's character, still screaming in that factory, still killing all the automatons. Like I know I couldn't go into much detail because I don't know if you'll eventually play NieR, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone that's watching this and hasn't played the original.
Right.
But yeah, that sword has a big history around it.
That missile thing's pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. And the last one is like an electric coil that, think of like the laser, except once it hits the target, it attaches to a target and does constant damage. It's really good. It doesn't do as much damage as the machine gun, but at least it's constant, so you can aim away and it like bends and like it sticks onto the target. You ever play like things like Ratchet and Clank? Like, what's your favorite weaponry?
I always kind of go between, because I like rapid fire things,
Uh-huh.
but I know the trade-off is rapid fire usually means less damage.
Yeah.
So on one hand, I like rapid fire stuff just because like I like being able to chip away at things and move around.
Yeah.
But I also like stuff that has a good balance to it, where like it's not maybe the fastest gun,
Uh-huh.
maybe not be the strongest gun, but it's balanced where it has a good combination of both. You fire it off, good speed, do decent damage.
Yeah.
Those sorts of weapons I like
Like
the
a
best.
weapon with a bigger hit and it's not the absolute slowest, but it's like it does like respectable damage here. Like I remember in Jet Force Gemini, I loved the machine gun, even though it said in the description you fire from any further away, and it's like it becomes impractical. But man, I think like that, like as it also said in the description, its rate of fire is to die for. Nothing else can compare. And he's like, but if we threw your bullets like crazy, I'm like, yeah, well, but I kept getting ammo upgrades, so I had like 500 shots. 500 shots of that thing. So it's just like fucking rain on someone's, just end that fucker's career, you know? It's just, as for like playing, I've been playing a lot of PUBG. I know it's not the best, but I love my shotgun. Like, early game, at the very beginning of the game, you get a shotgun, it is godlike because you're all running around trying to find a gun. You get a shotgun, you have another person that's like running around trying to find like a pistol or something. I just boom, blast them, they're dead. They don't have any armor or a helmet on yet, so they're not gonna. It's basically like a guaranteed like one-shot kill, if not 2 shots. But that's why you do the double tap, just like in Zombieland. Just to make sure.
Functions operational.
Was that a twitch?
Employ a check module and a logic virus vaccine. Easy.
Shotgun was my go-to.
I've contacted the bunker. They
Oh
should be
yeah,
here
that's a good
soon.
one. Especially since enemies
Thank you.
close gap so
We are
fast.
currently
Might as
searching
well,
for
right?
the Senior High Unit, designation 9S.
Like when I played
Should
the
you
first
possess
time,
any information on the subject, please disclose it at once.
Yeah.
So I would have
Please,
the
anything
pod
will help.
shooting thing.
9S.
And I'd have a shotgun with it.
That
took the
kid
Soldier
who
2
was
in my
with
place.
you, right? I saw him all right.
That game was really fun because I
Explosion
like,
sent
pretty
him
much the entire
flying.
time I played that.
Which direction?
I had a friend play
Hard
it,
to say.
and we didn't like
I'll take my
Yeah,
best guess at
that
a
would be
landing
more fun
spot
with
and
a
transfer the data to
And
you.
he always played the
Thank
siren.
You should stay here until the rescue team arrives.
So there would be some points like it ended up being like a running gag for him, where like if for the siren, like when you do your superpower, you just take off running and you have like this burst of speed, and it'll be like, dude, wait up.
It's just like Legolas and Gimli. It's just like
That was the Gimli. The best thing was though, like I had like at one point in the game, I got a shotgun that did crazy damage. And so every now and then when we would fight each other just for the heck of it,
And you would just like
I'd just be
destroy
like-
him if he got close.
yeah, because he would like, oh, flare up. It was like, oh, no, boom, dead. I was like, how did you do that? I was like, shoddy.
Shoddy. all those buffs don't matter. for
Shoddy
you.
plus skill tree.
Yep. My skill tree supports it with criticals and everything. Yeah. So we were talking over it, but one of the Yoha units gave us 9S's possible destination.
Yeah. Well, this one gets creepy later, doesn't it?
Oh,
Now that I'm remembering.
yeah, it gets pretty freaking creepy. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, Dale. Yeah. I might have already asked you this, but what do you think of the characters? Any favorites? Any things to say? I know we're gonna get a lot more information on the characters later in later subsequent playthroughs and endings and everything. But initial thoughts, you know?
Well,
I think you already mentioned that, but I always love hearing you talk about these guys.
well, as stated, like this game definitely has a lot of charm to it. Like there's definitely some endearing moments, especially as you keep going and as 2B warms up. Because not only is she cold to 9S, but like as a player, you're like, well, I know nothing about you, and even though I'm controlling you, something would be nice. So seeing her lighten up to him and your interactions, like you're giving her interactions with people, obviously you endear yourself more to her because through your own actions and her actions. So that's all good. She's a likable character in that. She's sort of like that Shrek thing where it's an onion, where she has many layers. You
Yeah.
peel through it, and it's good though. Onions are good.
What about parfaits? No, onions. Parfaits have layers.
Now that I brought it up, they are sort of like a Shrek donkey relationship where 9S is the chatty type.
Yeah, I guess.
The more that obviously far less annoying.
That's why I love having you on this. I would never think of relating them to Shrek and Donkey, but you have a point.
9S should have landed around here.
One's the straight man one, one's the chatty, like comedic
The
one.
transmission seems to be coming from an underground cave network.
Underground. I was like, whoopsie daisy, let's not fall to our death.
Yeah. But I like a lot. I like Pascal. Like
Yeah, Pascal's great. You're gonna see a lot more scenes with Pascal later on. You're gonna see a lot more scenes with everybody later on, so I can't wait.
I even though it's weird, I love the fact that the game is such a feminine voice, so it's like
Yep.
just the true like pacifist, like, oh no fighting. I'm not we're just here
And
making
yeah,
peace.
and then we learn more about the machine village and the machines. Like, so why did you stop fighting? And they're like, well, we got no signal from our creators for like hundreds of years of radio silence.
Yeah.
Eventually,
None of their dead
a lot of us were just like,
No black box
I'm
signals
kind of tired of
detected.
waiting. Let's just hook up the network because we're not getting any messages, right?
Right, and plus at that point, as we've discussed in other episodes, like where the fact that if they were truly mindless machines, they would have kept doing the mission regardless.
It's interesting to see their evolution as life forms. Yeah, I can say that,
Alert.
life forms.
Yeah.
You are
They may
moving
not be
away
biological,
from the
but they are some type
position
of life
Unit
form.
9S.
Kind of
Wrong
like the
route.
Get from
Better
Mass
go back
Effect.
and see if there's
Like-
another one.
Like their evolutionary line for machines was like the moment they connected. They disconnected from the network was the moment they started having free will and,
Would
and
miners have made it
individual
this far
thought.
inside?
Alert. Possible enemy
And
ambush
as for
ahead.
the
Don't
Yokai
care.
members, they were already given all of that. They were just given strict guidelines to inhibit that. But no, inevitably, as time went on, they of course developed personalities and quirks and you know, a bunch of stuff. It's
Right.
it's fascinating. God, and then of course this stark white, blindingly white.
Yeah.
Actually, it's almost like a callback to the first game. I told you about how blindingly bright it was to enter like the main field, like the difference between the town and like the field you run around in. It was just like extreme bloom and brightness. That's kind of
this is such it's copied city, so it's like this is such a, you know, huge like contrast to what we were just in.
Like I said, this
Like,
game
if-
may be post-apocalyptic, but it's not all browns and grays. It
the thing
is
is,
a
like, if
very
I was-
varied environment.
If I was in a cave, right,
Uh-huh.
or just like out and about and exploring, and
Yeah,
I go,
this is all underground.
you know, and I come and I round a corner where I take
Analysis.
the elevator like she
This
did,
area
and I
is
saw
composed
this,
of
I'd be like,
crystallized
nope,
silicon
Nope.
and
nope,
I'm out.
further details unknown.
not doing it.
Like, yeah, because it's so eerie. It's copied city, so it's familiar. It's something we recognize, but it's as you say, it's off-putting because like these like blocks of jutting out of like, you know,
Plus
like up there,
Yeah, and the fact that it's devoid of color,
devoid of life.
devoid of life, and I would imagine like I mean, we're hearing music, but if I showed up in that and it would be dead quiet,
It'd be silent.
I would
yeah.
just be like, nah, can't do it.
This is creepier than a haunted house. Like, that's the thing. It's like that uncanny
What's
valley
with the
effect with like
corpses?
It
machines
is
that try to
unlikely
look
the
human.
Yokai units came this far on their own.
Like,
Hypothesis. The enemy must have placed them here deliberately.
oh, these two are like leaning against each other. That's kind of sad. But yeah,
Considering they were put there,
it's just so.
it's
creepy.
like another serial killer trope. Like
That-
they pose
Yeah,
them.
that artificiality is just so unnerving.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about like some college or university or place?
Uh-huh.
They built a room and they insulated it in such a way where it is dead quiet.
Oh.
There is absolutely no noise in it
I may have heard of
whatsoever.
something like this, yeah.
And basically, you can only like if you try to, you can only basically stand to be in there at most. Like people have lasted like less than an hour before like
Yeah.
let me out, I can't deal. It's
Mhm.
too quiet.
You start
'Cause it's-
hearing your own like heartbeat or
Yeah,
something in your ears.
because it is so quiet. Because not like even now, like when you're in your own room, like there's something going
There's
on. where you
ambient
don't hear
noise.
things.
Yeah,
Like
we
so
just
that room
learned
is
to tune it
literally
out.
yeah. So that room is literally so quiet you can hear your blood
Oh,
circulating.
man.
You can
Hear
hear
your blood.
just everything.
God, that is an interesting. Because you think about it, but yeah, like you ever like cover your ears and you can hear your blood circulating through the veins in your wrists and hands.
Yeah. So you'd hear that.
Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, if it was that quiet, you'd be able to hear all that stuff. Oh, that's
And there's like, you know, the way there's a picture of it online, like how it's designed. You can probably look it up later.
it must be interesting looking.
Because like it has like these, not only does it have like the egg foam stuff, I'm sure that's the packing, but it has other things too.
Yeah.
Welcome
Oh, hey dude.
to my beloved city.
More and more clothed, the more every time we meet
We
you.
appreciate that.
I, or we, machine life forms, I suppose, have a keen interest in humanity, love, family, religion.
Yeah, all these
War.
foreign concepts to
The
them.
more human records I unearth,
I can't fault
the
him.
more
I would be interested
charmed
too if
I
I
am
was
by
in
their
his position, you know.
This city is one of many
It's like,
areas I created out of a desire to understand, to
Yeah.
know.
I was like, didn't you
humans.
run into things
It's
like
mad,
genocide,
don't you
murder,
think?
killing?
Yeah,
Almost
we've done some things that we're not proud
spiritual.
of as a species.
And yet it's currently nothing more than an
Apocalypse.
android graveyard. I seek
But
to
I think it was
learn and
implied that she was
adopt
just skipping
all
around.
facets of humanity.
Yeah.
Some desire
Chicken
love,
good.
others family.
I love that movie.
Only
I
then
never get tired of rewatching.
did I realize the truth. The core of humanity is conflict.
The only thing I don't
They
like
fight,
particularly.
steal, kill. This is humanity in its purest form.
Yeah.
You know
He's a little
nothing
grating.
about
But
humanity.
it's still
It's
like
tolerable.
as grating as he is in that movie,
Have
it's
I
still funny.
offended you, little android? Did
And
I
I don't have,
speak
I have nothing
ill
against
of your
Trucker. I like
Oh,
him.
yeah.
I like him in Rush Hour.
Oh man, I
The
love him in Rush
truth
Hour.
can be so painful.
Damn, he's not gonna be in Rush
strive
Hour
to attain
4.
nothing less than the essence
The
of
guy that falls out the
humanity
window.
itself.
And
We
Jackie just starts
machines
cracking
exist
up.
in a connected network. We are immortal, invincible, and yet, within all those infinite bits of data,
Big speech.
there exists not even the merest flicker of being, of life. Death, even the concept of death, has no meaning to us.
Stop throwing your silicone cubes at me. I think it's told that it's made out of silicone.
Thus I decided that I shall risk my life in battle.
They almost look like salt cubes.
Yeah, they look like salt cubes, but I think Pod mentioned that this place
Sugar cubes.
is probably made of like sugar cubes.
But they have like a grating.
I
to
have
them.
severed
So it
my
reminds me of
connection
salt.
to the network. Now, let us embrace death.
Sounds like he's-
Yeah. And he's I think of Adam and Eve, I think he's the one that has that weird glove thing. Which showed that he's like the computer calculating type. You know, I mean, you see him right now. Like he
Yeah.
made this whole city, and he mentions that this isn't the only one. He's made a bunch of them. He's been busy.
What's interesting is like
Like-
this is a copied city, so this is something that he must have seen.
Found in
record of.
records. Yep.
What would be more interesting to me is if because obviously the skill is there to create something, but it's not his own.
Yeah.
It's a copy.
And he copied it, but you'll never know exactly. Like he was talking about these whole concepts of religion, family, and everything. He could copy this city. He could copy little details like this is where the bakery is. What the hell's a bakery? This is where the city hall is. Well, you have to understand things of concepts of like government and heads of power. Like remember Nines was talking about the
Those things
the
are-
kingdom, the forest kingdom. He's like, how could they grasp the concept of the kingdom of monarchy?
Well, I don't know. Like I have a slight concern with that because you can look up those things in the dictionary.
Yeah.
They'd have an idea of what happened.
But since none of it exists in this world anymore, they just have the words
don't have time.
and the
Right.
definition. So they're just like so.
To find 9S.
Like it's kind of like when kids first grasp the concept and like they make little mistakes because it's kind of it's like first reading it from a book versus experiencing it. You know? Yeah. Mr. Salty Cubes.
I do enjoy this.
Oh yeah. You know what I enjoy more?
Who's bad?
Trolling you.
What I got.
9S!
Oh, that's gotta not feel nice. He freaking crucified him.
Yeah. Yeah. He
I
did.
prepared this just for you. I mean, after all, we all need something to fight for, don't we?
You son of a... I'll kill you!
Like, yes, that's exactly what I want.
Yes! That's it. That's the feeling. Pure hate!
God, this guy. You gotta love how just wacky and crazy he is.
Come
He's a big
to
cartoonist, but I like him.
me!
And you know so little about them. Like, I'll say some things. Like we know from seeing Adam and Eve that like Adam is definitely more based in logic and Ooh, man, he hits hard. But like, he's more based in logic and reason, you know, following like information like that he finds and principles. Well, Eve is more based on emotion and feel. It's very interesting how they juxtapose each other. They're like almost like two halves of a coin.
One point I wanted to...
Actually, they kind of mirror 9S and 3 in some ways. Some ways. Like, of course, they're way different in once you get to the details.
Right.
But, like, in a general aspect. Anyway, yeah?
One point I wanted to... What I was getting at before, like, when he's like, this is a copied city, he may have put things there that he thinks belong, like as you said, like the bakery or
Yeah,
the city
you notice
hall
how the
things.
buildings are just kind of, like, copy-pasted over and over some of the
Right.
structure. That's not
One
just a
thing
video
that's
game
not-
thing. That actually plays into the story.
Right. One thing that, like, the thing I was getting at is the fact that, yeah, it's just a copy, and one thing that he has not fully experienced is the fact that there's, like, even a plane of architecture. Someone took the kids there. They added a bit of creativity. There's something that says, this isn't going to be, even
Yeah.
if it's a dull thing, there's something that,
Yeah.
as a function, like, you wouldn't actually put, like, gargoyles and things on a thing. Why
Yeah.
would they be there? They look nice.
Is this death?
You never know, man.
So dark. So cold.
So red.
And he wanted to experience something that was foreign to him. Even if it meant dying.
9S!
Oh, bro. Throwing your
Because
sword
I'm
at him.
still mashing.
Yeah.
9S.
I carried over some of my combo.
To be.
You kicked his ass, by the way. Good
Come
job.
on. Let's go home.
Thank you.
I was like, oh, the undershirt is nice. Shut up. I'm sorry for putting it there, but just the way his head just went right there, and he's like, ooh.
You don't know where he's looking. He could have been looking
9S
anywhere.
really went through hell. You're the
Yeah.
boss. You want him sent up to command body and all? I'll make it happen.
Make
Thanks.
it happen.
Oh, what? Nothing, just you've never been much for gratitude, you know?
Make it so, Commander.
Not that I mind or anything. Oh, I also have a message for you. Command needs you to contact them ASAP. Got it.
So that was fun.
This is 2B.
Killed,
Patch me through to the
killed
commander.
Adam.
Oh, hey, Tubi. Roger that. Give me just a second here.
2B, good job destroying that machine. Upon further analysis, we learned that the machine, codenamed Adam, was responsible for managing half of their entire network.
Yeah.
A disruption of this magnitude to their network should weaken the machine significantly.
What's going to happen to 9S?
He'll
How
undergo a
did he get
full
in
data
charge so
overhaul up
quickly?
here. Assuming we don't encounter any problems, we're planning to
Like,
partner
he was
him
just
with you again.
quote unquote born.
Thank you.
Him and his brother.
It's never
In the
truly
meantime,
explained.
I have another
That's why I
mission
said, like,
for
we
you.
don't know much
I've mailed
about
you the briefing.
Adam and Eve.
Go ahead and take a look.
Understood.
But what I think is, like, you saw how they were way more advanced than your typical
Oh, yeah.
machine life form. I think, like, you know how I kept saying how the machine life forms kept trying new things and evolving? That whole thing of when, like, this cannot continue and they gave birth to them, or him, excuse me, in I think they were, like, putting all of their resources, like you said, like, well, she said 50%, into that. Well, they put all of their resources really into Adam to
Because I'm assuming Eve has the other half.
Yeah, copy the androids and see what would happen. Like they would. It seems like they would just
Analyze
like
current trends among the
experiment or whatever.
machines.
Yeah,
Huh. Something tells me this is
but
going
yeah,
to
and
involve
what you
a
assume
lot
about
of
Eve is
killing.
most probably
Proposal.
right.
Procure information from the machine life form known as Pascal.
It was like
I
Adam and
suppose
Eve
he
were there
might
to
know
gather
something.
intel on the androids and see and
Pascal,
study them.
can you hear me?
And also study human life,
Oh,
human
hello,
information.
2B. Do you need something?
I need to know if you've seen any new trends or behaviors among the machines.
New trends?
You can call
Well,
it a trend.
2 days ago, I was contacted by some machines that disconnected themselves from the network. They wanted to discuss a peace treaty.
No kidding.
Apparently, they're seeking to form an alliance of some kind with our village.
If that's what they want, why don't they move in?
I believe they're working on building a colony of their own.
You don't say.
Indeed. Apparently, it's located in the abandoned factory. I can give you the coordinates if you'd like.
Please.
I was actually planning to go speak with them myself, you know. Maybe we can meet up over there?
Sounds good.
Alright, guys.
Target
So
location data obtained. Marking
next
on
episode,
map.
we'll be doing just that.
We're gonna go meet this colony of machines. See ya.
See ya in the next one.